All right, back for round two. Playing against the Meatloaf. Hand's great. God, this deck just feels so good. Um, when I was starting playing Magic, not a lot of people know this, but I actually like cut my teeth on for competitive Magic on in Legacy and Vintage. Um, and for a really long time, I was playing RUG Threshold, like way back when. Um, this deck feels a lot like that, like old Threshold deck. It doesn't feel as much like today's Threshold decks or today's Delver decks because Delver didn't exist. Like we used Werebear and Mystic Enforcer as a one of at the top of the curve. This deck feels like that deck, except instead of Mystic Enforcer, you get Snapcaster and Abbots, which are like split cards. It's like Goblin Piker with Prowess and Goblin Piker with Flash. And the other side of the split card is like super insane card advantage and selection and value. Pretty good split card. Let's take a look see. What you got? A lightning bolt. That's a little unfortunate. But thankfully we have some more creatures. We also get a draw off of the bauble. And snag. Stomping Grounds. Well, Stomping Grounds means that the snag is going to be good, probably. 2-2 Nicatl. I'm going to Serum Visions. Abbot. Playing Abbot on turn 3 with 2 mana is really good because you can hit a land, anything that costs 0 or anything that costs 1. So, Abbot's really a 3+ drop. Yeah. Ranker's kind of filthy. I can pay 2 life to do 3. That's probably worthwhile. I am gonna bottom both of these, as much as it pains me. Maybe not. Maybe my hand is card advantage-y enough that I shouldn't trade 2 damage for 3. Nah, I was on the play. I have initiative. I'll trade 2 for 3. Attack for 5 on turn 2. Hopefully my opponent's like lands will be doing them a lot of damage or coming into play tapped. Because I could definitely use that little bit of help either on their life total or in tempo. If I draw land, I'll snap Visions. If I don't draw land, I'll Abbot. Or something else. Like if I draw Tarmogoyf, I'm obviously just going to play that. Foil Stomping Ground into foiled Nicatl gave me hope, but the Khan's Unfoil Bloodstained Mire dashed those hopes. Should have been clued in by the fact that this was a reprinted Stomping Grounds, not an OG. Swift Spear Bolt, my dude. That's a really good turn. Even if the Nicatl only hits for 2. Tarmogoyf would be a great draw here. That's like the worst draw on the deck. This is not the game type for remand. Ugh. Maybe I should have kept the wooded foothills. This turn would have been Crack for a Mountain, Snapcaster, Visions. Yeah, that probably would have been better. It just feels stupid to keep a land when, like, a bolt would be so good. But with Abbott double Snapcaster, that mana was probably worthwhile. Uh-oh. Another bolt is probably game over. The question becomes, how do you sideboard against Naya Zoo? This matchup seems really bad. Like, all your creatures are just smaller than theirs. Huh. If they had a bolt, he would have used it. Presumably. A blocker does what? Like, can I just do lethal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 damage next turn. Problem is I have no mana after that. Probably have to block. Get to take down the 2/2 before it's a 3/3 also. Maybe not. I mean, I take 4 this turn, and then next turn I get to snag an attacker. I get to kill something. Alright, I'll take it. It's a little risky, but... Wow. Did have a bolt and just didn't have a stop set? Guess I should have blocked. Well, there's my gravy card. A turn too late. I assume. Because if my opponent's missing land drops, then they have all spells. Oh, and they drew a fetch. So their white spells just got turned on. All they need is one, like, Boros Charm or whatever. And we lose. Yeah, I guess I was supposed to keep that land. Well, live and learn. Yeah, that'll do. All right. These... these... Do not want these. Or these. Is it Charm's not great? I don't think I want Seal or Fallout. Maybe that's wrong. I don't really know what my opponent's creature base is going to look like. Oh, I probably want the spells. Snag is definitely not good. I'll board down to 1, I guess. Probe is also not great. Costing life is a real thing. Dismember seems insane, but it might be worthwhile. I don't know if my opponent has glyphs. I don't think they do. I think they're more aggressive than that. Is it Charm still fine? Suppose the second seal and another snag. I don't think I want Dismember or Rancor. So these are the best of bad options. This is a matchup where I wish I had Roast instead of the Dismember. Alright. Sadly have to mulligan. Alright. Round 2 was a bit of a downer. I said in the past tense. Alright. Tarmogoyf is like the card. That is for true. That's for true. What are you looking at, Pussycat? Atarka's Command. Good to know. Suppose for your viewing pleasure, convenience, I can pop out the revealed. Ooh, Abbott is not what we want. Let's go Serum Visions into land. How about that? Ooh, give us a land. Please give me a land. I need it. Yes. Can't play Goyf. Could just play Abbott or... No, Abbott's no good against the Tarka's Command. I have to just Visions. Maybe I'll hit a Bolt or a Seal. Rats. Definitely don't need this. Serum Visions feels like it's going to be too slow. Am I going to have an extra mana? I guess I will. Next turn I go fetch a basic Goyf. I can Visions then. Alright. Pause the turn. I think Visions is better than a random card with a guide. Maybe that's wrong. What was the other card I put on the bottom? Was it a land? Because if so, that's embarrassing. No, it was a Snapcaster. The old 1/1 Nicodles, eh? Wish I had a Fallout right about now. Is land. Visions. Dispel. Spellskite Breeding Pool. The problem with keeping the breeding pool for value is it's very possible my opponent just doesn't have an attack next turn because they want the Nicodles to be bigger when they alpha through the Tarmogoyf. So, for that reason, I think I'm going to bottom the pool and keep the Skite. And play a Goyf. I also could have topped the pool second so that I could Abbott into it. I guess I would just put it on top and then Abbott into the Spellskite were my opponent to not attack. That was probably the better way to play it. I'm getting pathed. Ugh, filthy. Sacred Foundry to pump up both the Nicodles' path. This matchup has got to be just a nightmare, as illustrated by the fact that we're getting browned. My only out is like Bolt, Abbott into Bolt, something crazy like that. Sigh. I can get commanded for 6 right here. Well, there's Bolt. I go to 1. That's not a good life total. So Bolt, Snap, Bolt is my only option to survive. Bolt, Snap, Bolt, and hope my opponent doesn't have any burn. Because there's no way that I can stop 3 attackers and hold up this spell. So, yeah, Bolt, Snap, Bolt it is. Might as well do it on their turn since I'm dead to Tarkus command anyway. Guess I'm not dead to exactly become immense, and now I am, but... Okay. You want to draw this land early against this deck. Painless Duel. Opponent has anything. Guess we die. Definitely close. Simian Spirit Guide, maybe. We could have done it. Oh well. On to the next one.